you're not lifting hard enough. You're not putting in enough work. The reason most people say, they're staying consistent in the gym, they're continuously working hard, it's been 6 to 8 months, but they've not seen any progress. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're not working hard enough. See, if you break down actually building muscle, you're tearing down your muscle, replenishing it with protein, and building it back stronger. So obviously, if you're staying consistent, you've been doing that over and over again. But if you're not noticing any changes, you're not tearing any of your muscle, you're not working hard enough. That's the thing with most teens. Most teens, they say they're staying consistent, which consistency is key. But you have to consistently be putting in the work. Because there's a difference in going and lifting for an hour and just, taking your rest times, not serious, not actually counting your time, and lifting for a number, and you're not even fatigued after you've hit that number of reps. That's an issue. So if you want it plain and simple, what you have to do to start putting on more muscle as a teen and you're stuck being skinny or skinny fat, you have to be willing to go all out. And the thing is, the more you do this, the more it'll become natural. The more it'll become just easy to start lifting and going as hard as you can. Like me, I used to train, to a number of reps, sets, reps, which you keep your sets, but I used to just go to a number of reps and I wasn't even that fatigued after. But that's when I realized if I really want to, start developing an aesthetic body and developing, a lot of muscle, I'm going to have to start training really hard. Because you look at these really strong lifters or anybody with an extremely aesthetic body, they didn't get like that by just doing the average training that everybody else does. They go above and beyond, they either drop set till failure. That's what I've learned. A lot of people that have really, are really strong or have really aesthetic builds, what they do is they train as hard as possible. They train till failure on all their sets, which that's something I've learned in life in general too. You need to have a lot more quality over quantity. You need the quality, you need the quantity, but the quality is what's actually making a difference. That's what's making you stand out. Because, rather it be studying or lifting, if you're going as hard as you can, you're going to get better because it's just that much more efficient than just being lazy and idle when you participate in things. So for me, one thing I would try to incorporate in your workouts to help really maximize the effort and output you're giving to really go as hard as possible is drop set. So what I do, for me, like triceps, like V-bar tricep push downs. What I like to do is I'll start at a weight just most as possible and then drop it like 20, 25 pounds most possible, drop it 10 pounds most possible. Drop set of 3. That way you're ensuring that you're going as hard as you really can and not just giving out. Which some exercises are not going to work. Like you can't really drop set bench press because, that's manual. You have to put on the weight. But even with stuff like that, if you're finished with your set, unless it's a warm-up set, of course, or you're going for a max, if you're finished with like a real set and your workout and you're not feeling any fatigue after, like you worked hard, then you didn't go hard enough and you need to, start working a lot harder in the weight room. And it really just boils down to that. You have to be consistent, but you have to be willing to give as much, effort and power output on all of your sets that you can. And if you do this, I guarantee you're going to put on muscle. As long as, you're eating enough, which I can make another video on that, just getting enough calories, but just make sure you're getting enough protein calories, which as a teen, your metabolisms are quick. So, just eat whatever, really. Unless if you're like really obese, then that's a different problem. But you need to get stronger and put on a little bulk. So eat not junk food, but eat, healthy, nutritious foods with good macros. Eat as much of those as possible until you really can't, because that's going to allow you to put on muscle. And then if you want to, lower your body fat percentage later to fix your physique or improve it, you can do that too. but you have to start lifting harder and you will see results.